Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Melaine. What are we going to learn today?
Well, Jennifer, a lot of our clients have a conversion, and so I thought it would be useful if we did a quick video to show them some of the steps, some practical steps that they can look through the agency systems to determine if their converted data comes over in the fashion that they expected. So what I first begin with is the To-Do tab, simply because that's the first tab that you see when you log in. Now, each person will have their own login, but if you're using the common login, DCS and Empire, you can always go to Options and choose another code to see if that person has any suspense. You would have to click on Limit to Suspense, and we go through this in training. So this is something that is very common, and use the filter and save, and then you can look at everybody's follow-ups or to-do list. The second thing that you would need to do is to go to the Client tab. It's really useful to use these arrows. Certainly you can search and own particular policies if you have VIP accounts that you're very concerned about. But this is a quick method. You just use the scrolling button, and you can scroll through here to see the different clients. And it goes through in numerical order. This is 46, and this is 45. So I would spot check to see the name, the address, the phone number, work number, the producer code, any sub-producer code where you share commissions, and the CSR code, whether it's a client or a prospect, personal or commercial, and if it's an active or inactive account. So all of those things are to check the client information that's coming over. We also check the names. We want the names to read just as they would appear on an account like Rolando Lopez. You wouldn't want Lopez coming first, and if that is the case, you would want to report that to Jim. It's not necessary to mix up names in our system. So that would be a reportable item. Also, the contacts. Jim tries to capture the contacts as best he can, and sometimes they're duplicated, but we would want to capture and see if the cell phones and email addresses come across. Another area is to just look and see if the diaries are on the individual clients. You can look at, sometimes he brings things over in client notes. You can see there if he has brought some information over in client notes. That would be another area to check. Also, look for your active policies. Don't panic, because sometimes during training, some policies will expire just because of the timing issues. Just simply go down to the bottom tab and look to see if there are expired policies down here. So this policy tab will hold all the active and expired policies. Another big area is your attachments. Check to see if your images, scanned documents came over properly. You may also check for drivers and vehicles and equipment and properties. If they're not on this list, I would simply go down to the DL risk to see if the conversion is coming over in the download risk screens. If there is an item here, then you can create applications, and therefore that would populate the drivers and vehicles post-live. And then the last tab is the policy tab. You can check different policies or different companies to see different policies. Just the active policy here, and that is another good way to see things in a list. Let's look at Progressive. If I click on the active policies here, I can quickly see that we've got personal auto set up, and I can look at expiration, a quick view here. Again, just to see a quick list and to spot check. The last thing to do would be to run the actual reports on expirations. You simply go up to AR, go down to Policy List Report, I would choose expiration, the date method expiration here, input the dates that you want to check, choose policy, and just preview. You can send these to a printer, or you can export them to an Excel spreadsheet. As you can see, that these are in expiration order from September forward. So I would run the reports in your old system, run the reports in agency systems to see if they tie together. Okay, Jennifer, that's a quick, practical way of checking your conversion data. Do you have any questions?
No, I think this looks great. Thank you, Melaine.
Well, you're quite welcome, Jennifer. You have a great day.
You too.